Oh no.
Rest up, bro. Give me rest. Give me the rest, people.
Okay. Okay. Then that's
This is Steve Harvey, and you're now watching the Don't Piss Me Off morning show.
Quite frankly, this is the best morning show I have ever heard. Let's make YouTube great again.
You are tuned in to the Don't Piss Me Off morning show where real conversations meet unfiltered vibes. I'm your host, Tukay, alongside with the gorgeous Miss Kellie Corinne and my dog, the unshakable black_TV. Here we have the Don't Piss Me Off morning show, and we are about to get into it. But first, y'all, let's introduce a guest that's not a guest. Y'all give it up for Jazz. And while y'all do that, let us do this, okay? Good morning to Ant. Good morning to CJ. Desiree, good morning. Aisha, good morning. Clembo, what it do? Miss Reeves, what's up with it, my dog? Cam J, what it do? Spaces, good morning. D-Boy, good morning. Denzel, what it do, man? What it do, ski? Woo, it's our Friday.
Yeah, whatever. We need to do Monday through Friday.
Shit.
You know what? We don't need to do Monday through Fridays because, you know, sometimes we got to get our oil changed. Oh, shit. You got to get oil changed. You got to pay bills. Sometimes you got to go in the offices to pay bills. Sometimes they don't do that damn over the phone website bullshit.
Well, you the only person still in Mississippi, sir. That's the only place they don't do that.
Hey, man, put some respect on Mississippi.
Nah, I love the silk.
How you going to be from Mississippi? Look, Mississippi is going through a bad ordeal right now with killings and shit like that, and STD rates going up.
What's happening?
Put some respect on us.
Nothing.
Bro.
That's the norm.
What's happening in Mississippi? What's
Nothing. That's the absolute
Kellie,
norm.
You must forgot the story of yesterday.
That was 2 days ago, and then
they found somebody else, and then the STD rates is high as hell.
Okay, so black Spanish propaganda. Okay.
No, the fuck I ain't.
Yes,
the statistics is out there.
No. I'm talking about with the killings. First of all, the white dude.
Yeah.
The other dude that they found was a white dude, and he was homeless. And 9 times out of 10, he killed himself. The dude from Delta State, he killed himself too. But y'all waiting on the autopsy because y'all are living in delusion.
They said they found him in the dorm, and the police lied. So how he get in the woods?
Wait.
Who was in the woods?
Is Black a conspiracy theorist in 2K?
No, Black. That's
actual news.
No, the guy we talked about yesterday. They found him outside on a tree, but his family said the police told him he was in.
The family weren't there.
Okay, well, I mean, they lied.
The family.
Y'all niggas is crazy.
Okay.
I actually did think it was a suicide from the get-go, and as far as the two that you we're talking about now, I thought it was going to be two black guys, but the fact that it's one white guy and you're saying a homeless man, this goes on par with my theory. And my theory is the powers that be that run the government, the deep state, globalists, whatever you want to call them, they are putting a narrative out that has
it.
And you froze up. That's the government shutting you up.
Black people in this whole stuff with Charlie Kirk too. I'm not talking about that.
It's in the
midst
midst
of that. They want a race war. That's what I think they want. They want a race war. And I'm not even going to speak on that man.
Even if they don't want a race war,
want a race. The evil people.
They definitely want a fear monger. And I know Jazz, I'm a root for you just because you black. What's your opinions on that, Jazz? Come on in. You muted.
I see. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
I think it's unfortunate what's been happening as of late. I do kind of agree with Kellie that there's some nefarious activity happening from the powers that be, trying to send a message, not only with this homeless person being found hung, with the homeless encampment that was shot up in Minneapolis. There's this weird thing going on. As far as Black people being found hung from trees, for me, I don't think we're doing that. Historically, it's just not something that Black folks would do. If we're gonna, I mean, I know it can happen, but at large, we're not hanging ourselves from trees in public places. That's just not something. Can I say nigga on here? That's just
Yeah.
something. That's not something.
Oh, you say whatever you want on air. They DPMO. We cut.
Yeah. So I do think there needs to be more information brought to the front as far as that young man. I'm hearing a couple different stories about the one Black boy or the Black man that was found allegedly in a tree, but then he was first found in his dorm and then ended up a tree, but also had broken arms and legs.
That was
So
all
it's just-
lies.
What was all lies?
Okay, so that's my second hometown. Okay, I'm from Greenville. Where it happened at is in Cleveland. I went to school there. This ain't that. All right, so the area on Mississippi I'm from is called the Delta, and when we tell you we'll tear that bitch up before we let a white person ever think they can do that again, we really would. They would be rioting right now in the streets. So we read the official reports. There were no broken bones, no signs of fighting or nothing. So either two things happened. He let these white people put a noose on his body and kill him for the free, or he did it himself. So what do you think? Like, okay, the coroner report is consistent, and they said, hey, no broken bones, no signs of resistance, no foul play. All his bones was intact. He was good. It's y'all just don't want to admit that Black people kill themselves. Now, is this the Black people MO? No, but niggas hang themselves a lot in jail. Like,
Damn,
they do.
I'm not disagreeing, but so where did the story of his broken limbs,
Well,
where did that come from?
Well, I'm gonna pull up the picture and I'm gonna show you why. Cause I was privy to, I said it's my hometown, so I got the pictures. I got to come with the exclusive now. You can't find this on the news. Let me pull it up. All right, so let me pull it.
Don't leave it on the screen long now.
What news outlet are you pulling from?
The Hood, baby.
Oh, shit.
Got you.
Look, this is iPhone taken. So they said his bones were broke because if you
damn, don't zoom in, nigga.
No,
Yeah,
bro,
the
body. But this just this just the legs. So you see the leg, how that leg bent right there.
Oh my
God. People think
that
thought that his legs were broke because that's how he died. Shit.
All right, take it off screen, please, bro.
But
please,
that's a little graphic, but
the Hood.
I don't know what that proves.
No, so that's I'm telling you how the broken leg rumor started.
Right. I understand. And what I just researched, suicide by hanging is 2. It's gunshot is 1. Now I'm going to try to see the breakdown by the races, but
gunshot.
I get what you're saying. Yeah, gunshot is the number 1 killer. The number 1 people, and the hanging is 2. Now I do get what you're saying, Jazz. As far as Black people, you would think we wouldn't take ourselves out that way. First of all, Black people, statistically, we're the group that does suicides the least. That's really not a Black, that's really not a thing with us, but it does. There are some that it does happen. And the number 1 way it happens is through gunshot, but I'm trying to find the breakdown of methods by suicide by race, because
I think that's a stat we can go without.
Yeah.
I don't want to get no ideas. No, I don't want to get no ideas, bro.
Okay, I'll let it go.
Let's get into 2K's bullshit of the day.
Yeah, let's get into 2K's quote of the day. Thank you, Black.
Why you say bullshit?
Cause he don't never understand.
GPT and his bullshit.
No, I don't, bro. Okay, 2K's quote of the day is: see people as they are, not what you wish them to be. Let me repeat that for Black in the back. See people as they are, and not with what you wish them to be. Okay, so there you have it, Black. Do you want to take a stab at?
Of course. Ask the guest first. We got guests.
Jazz, do you want to take a stab at what they could mean? or what it means to you. See people as they are and not what you wish them to be. You back on mute, Jazz, I think. Nah,
Yeah, this ain't StreamYard.
well, nah, it just went out. Her sound just went out.
Okay, I don't know. Can
Yeah,
you
nah,
hear me
you
now?
back, you back, yeah.
Yeah, I'm still figuring this equipment shit out. But anyway, I think that's what everyone should do. If you do anything otherwise, you're being delusional.
There you go.
Because
Ooh.
you're believing something that's not like factually in front of you. Say the quote again. Say it again.
See people as they are and not what you wish them to be.
That's it. Like what people show you, believe them.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a front. When they show you and they tell you who they are and expose themselves to you, take that. Don't, oh, well, maybe they just said that or they just play. No. Take it at headshot and know that that's the only way you should be able to see somebody is by what they show you, not through anything else.
All right. That's that on that. But Black, unless you got something different from it. I know.
No, I'm gonna let Kelly go first. Let the ladies go first.
I don't have anything to disagree. Yeah, I think I agree with Jazz. It's pretty self-explanatory. Who people are is what they are.
Now, Black, I know Black gonna get something different from this.
Nah, I mean, I'm gonna agree with you. I agree with you full holiday with the statement with your quote of the day. But I'm gonna give you an example. Like, I try to influence and encourage y'all to do certain things for the show. You know what I'm saying? And by you saying that quote today, that just gave me proof that certain aspects you're lazy. So I just have to take that in heed and just accept that some aspects you're just lazy.
Do you mind
Okay,
sharing
I
with
think
the
you're gonna have
audience?
to. Yeah, you have to expound so the audience
I'm
knows.
lost.
No, no,
Yeah.
no. I ain't got to expound for no, because y'all know what I'm talking about.
We don't. I'm
I
lost.
really don't.
Okay, well, let's just go and put our business out there on the internet then.
Let's do it.
Sometimes I'll tell them to promote the show and do certain things. I should not have to tell y'all to do anything. We all grown. And, some people be having excuses, and excuses are like opinions. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so y'all let's be transparent
Yeah,
here.
man, explain, nigga.
Yeah,
So
let's be fully transparent
I
because
tell 2K, look, you got to promote the show. Your influence is strong and powerful. And, I'm hearing excuses all the time. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's all I
okay.
got to say.
Can y'all rational minded people help Black to understand why I do not promote this DPM show that has something to do with politics, religion, and real world topics to an audience who is there for drama? That's like me telling people to come watch CNN on Zeus Network. This only harms me. Okay? If I say something to people who probably don't have the mental capacity to let it go from episode to episode, then guess who loses, Black? Me, sir. Me. So if I want to keep
DPMO
these
wins.
DPMO wins, but 2K loses, you tell me how
think
this gonna go.
I think you have to do what works for Talks with 2K as a brand. That's my opinion on the matter. I trust your judgment. If you feel like, this particular audience, it's going to hurt you, if it hurts you, then it in turn would hurt the show.
It'll hurt
Because
everybody because Kels
it would definitely hurt me for sure. So
Kels
yeah,
be getting death threats. Oh, cause they gonna
She
think
already getting that. She
they,
already
they
getting
gonna
that.
think that she racist because she with the other party.
She already getting that.
Imagine the messy mafia, the true messy mafia in here, and they find out Kels voted for Trump. They calling her job, she getting fired.
I did too.
But I'm saying though, like that's what you don't need here.
it's not worth
I'm winning
it.
over, bitch. They not know all this shit about me, and I don't want 25% of them, so I ain't worried about it. I have the mental capacity to combat your messy mafia. You know what I'm saying? I was introduced with the messy mafia.
Everybody not trying to fight that game. Everybody not trying to fight though, Black.
I don't think you should have to. I don't. If you don't want to do something, you shouldn't have to. You shouldn't feel obligated to do it. So I trust your judgment. It's your following, so I
I
trust your
I
judgment
understand my
on
audience
the
to the
matter.
T.
Yes,
Yes.
yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
So there you have it. The democracy wins.
I mean,
Great.
okay.
This ain't a
So
communism.
let's go ahead and get into
Yeah, have the
today's
jazz.
icebreaker. She probably getting phone calls, you know. So let's go ahead and get into today's icebreaker. And it's all about none other than Aisha Curry. But Steph Curry has seemed to had enough and he clapped back. Now, Steph Curry is one of the few light-skinned dudes that I will vouch for. And he pretty cool, but he would come to the defense of his wife. But let's see what his wife said first, and then we're gonna break down his pop back, and then I want to know what y'all think about it, okay?
In the beginning,
I knew I was gonna do that.
I in the beginning hated it so much. I did not sign up for that. I didn't want kids. I didn't want to get married. I thought I was going to be career girl and that's it. I didn't know that he was going to end up playing basketball. He said he wanted to be a high school basketball coach. I thought I was gonna be the girl out there getting it. So I didn't know. I just didn't think it was gonna be a thing. I
you
thought
weren't
we
a friend
would be
group.
friends. Yeah.
Did you ever have anything in high school at all, or it was legit just friends?
No, just friends. Just friends. Yeah.
I get what you're saying of you never saw him as something, but I'm
Yeah.
when you look back, is there any memory that you're maybe there was something or
No, never.
Imagine being the desire of many women and the envy of many men, only to be met with belittlement, disrespect, and hidden jealousy by an ungrateful wife. You can give a woman the world, and still, it's not enough.
Now, Jazz, I know you looking at that crazy.
Let me go first.
How long? Wait.
God damn, Kelly. We got guests in the building.
Jazz looking at that crazy, how you get there from that. But literally in past years, Aisha has came on and voiced how much she want other men's attention. She was on a red table talk. And every time she opened up her mouth, it seemed that she do make her visible husband look bad. I'm not gonna lie. So they Killer Mike was talking about what was going on, and he said this here. My nigga said she wanna go be Glow. Man, Steph don't deserve this embarrassment for real. God bless him. So Steph came to defend his wife. He said, Killer Mike, no, not you, Mike. I'm cool. Stating silent, and it don't make sense. I guess it's staying silent and letting these other clowns have their moment, and you're the worst of them. She's talking to Bozo Wood, but you better than that, Killer Mike. Stay in your lane and let God keep blessing me like He is. We are good over here. So my question to y'all is: do y'all think that Killer Mike was wrong in voicing his opinion about Aisha Curry?
He's absolutely not wrong. He has every right to voice his opinion. If that's how he feels, that's how he feels. And I think he's correct in his views. That woman has repeatedly embarrassed her husband. And you're a goddamn liar, Aisha Curry. Who is Steph Curry's father? Okay?
Yeah.
Y'all, Del Curry, who played in the NBA. Okay? Stupid idiot. You know daggone well that boy was gonna go to the league.
No, it wasn't certain. He was a loser. That's why his story is so powerful. Even in college, he
did not suck.
Yes, he did. He went to Davidson, Kelly. That's not even a D1 college. He was a late bloomer. So okay.
I think the boy was going to go. He made it to the league. I don't think he sucked. And in order to get to the league, you have to be very, very, very good. We're not talking about the NFL. We're talking about the NBA. So he was able to show and prove, make it to the league, and I think I just think she's friggin' lying. I think she's a liar. I don't believe her. And then to make matters worse, when your husband is in the league and he is a superstar and he's this, that, and the third, far surpassing his father, Del Curry, you got the nerve to come forward and say, oh, I want to get attention too, blah, blah, blah. You shouldn't want to get attention, but nobody but your multi-million-dollar husband, bitch. That's what I think. That's incredibly embarrassing. Yes, that's why I feel. Why you want attention from Pookie and Ray Ray, and you married to Steph Curry? You stupid idiot. So I don't. Yeah, she's a weirdo. She's a weirdo. She's talking about, then has the nerve to come out and talk about women like she's high and mighty. Oh, well, I just choose to dress conservatively. Blah 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 blah. She's always running her mouth. And I don't believe this broad with that. And since she want to come out in front and center and talk very, in my opinion, disrespectful to her husband, then Killer Mike and Kellie Corinne and Black_TV and Jazz Noel and Talks with Tukay, we have the right to give our opinion on it because you brought it to the internet, bitch, not me. You should have been sitting in the house somewhere. She should have been keeping her mouth. She could have been in the house being quiet like Vanessa Bryant always did. But you ran your friggin' mouth. So now we get to talk about it. Go ahead. Sorry.
It's on you,
I don't
Jazz.
like that broad. I don't like that broad. And you can disagree with me, Jazz. We're not gonna argue.
No, it's okay. Y'all can hear me though, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, great. That was a lot, Kelly. Goddamn. She called the lady a bitch and everything.
She's a menace. She's like Tukay said.
Kelly,
she said a lot. She said a lot.
Yeah, hey, she been dogging his ass.
So I kind of see both sides, right? Like I think what Aisha is experiencing is her thinking that her life was going to go one way, and then she changed it all to be with Steph Curry. And although she loves that man and loves her family, she's probably at a place where she's looking for a sense of self. So she's trying to, I don't know, like tap back into that. Because like she said, she had a career in mind. She was pursuing it. She wasn't pursuing relationships. And Steph Curry kind of changed everything. And I think that says a lot about her loyalty because she was willing to put her entire life to the side, her dreams, her goals, her aspirations at a very young age to become his wife and the mother of his kids and literally just sit in the shadows. She did that. And I think that's what a lot of men say that women should do is when you find that one, you get on his program. And that's exactly what she did. And I'm not sure, I don't know these people's business, but maybe there wasn't a lot of support for her to maybe explore herself as an individual and pursue her aspirations within that marriage, within her being a mother. I think that you can find balance in situations like that to support your wife who had put her life on the back burner to support you. So she goes on to these podcasts and kind of has like this word vomit. And she's like oversharing and it sounds one way, but I don't think she's intentionally being disrespectful. And I think Steph Curry responded to Killer Mike like that because they know what's going on in their household. They have an understanding. He probably understands where she's coming from. But I think on the outside looking in, a lot of men are in an uproar because it's like, this is Steph Curry. How could you ever say anything other than he's so great when you're with Steph Curry? But that's fanfare mentality. That's like, if I was with Steph Curry, it would be great. It's like, but when you're someone's wife and you've only been a wife and a mother forever, this is what
she hasn't though. She hasn't though. This is the thing. She actually does have a whole career. This woman has her own magazine. She has her own line of cookware out. She actually has a cookbook. Everything, all of her success in with her own business ventures. And I'm not arguing with you. I'm just speaking facts here. Is because of Steph Curry. So you are even able to be the boss career lady.
Kelly.
What? 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 Black?
You got to let other people talk too now.
They have the top.
Yes.
They having a back and forth. We gonna bash for you, Black. Let them get it.
No, yes. It makes sense. No, that discourse matters because I don't follow Aisha like that, so I don't really know, all of the things that like her endeavors right now. But you said something very important. You have these things because of Steph Curry, and perhaps she is feeling away because she's never done anything for herself by herself. It was
I buy
always
that.
attached. You know what I'm saying? It was always an attachment to Steph Curry's fame. You're Steph Curry's wife. Now you have this. Well, what has Aisha, began or developed or started on her own? So it could be like a, what do you call it? There's a word to describe this, but
The
I
word
just
is
think
ungrateful. But how
I don't
long?
know if it's ungrateful. I think she's very grateful, but I think
Like
she's having a
remorse.
human
I know what you're
experience,
saying. Like kind of like buyer's remorse. Kind of,
or
sort of.
just like having an identity.
All right, so
Identity crisis.
let me
I don't know if I want to use the word crisis, but I think she is going through an identity situation, trying to figure out who she is outside of Steph Curry's wife and Steph Curry's mother to his kid.
All right, so let's get a masculine opinion from Black, man. What you think about it, Black? Do you think that Killer Mike was right and voicing his opinion about it?
Yes.
That's
okay,
it.
we can move on.
Hold on,
Okay,
I ain't gave my opinion. Okay, thank you, Black.
Okay. Go ahead. Okay.
Usually, God damn it, my fault, y'all. The fuck. Okay, so usually I wouldn't agree with Killer Mike, but what I think we recognize the signs, bro, and this is putting us in a familiar position with a fan favorite, and he go by the name of Will Smith. All of us seen the writing on the wall with Jada Pinkett about Will Smith. And it's kind of like showing his head again. And I think we'll be wrong not to say nothing to Steph Curry because she has did this like so many times through the years. Like, here you are with the perfect man, don't cheat, a high earner, good looking guy. The nigga is he just the upper echelon, and you got it all, but you still dogging him out. And the only person we got to compare to that is Will Smith and how Jada dogging him out. So like we alarmed, like somebody go say something to Curry, bro, because the signs are on the wall. And Curry, I'm listening.
I was just gonna say, like, I don't think what she's doing is dogging him out. I don't think she's like, oh, F my husband, I never wanted to do this. She's just literally being honest and vulnerable about how she feels at this current time.
Of course. But she embarrassing him in the midst, like.
How do you know?
Because she said
he's good over there.
Nah, he got to be good over there because you with her.
So you think he's lying?
Absolutely. No dude wants to hear how his wife didn't want him all through his life, and when he became an NBA superstar, somehow she magically fell in love with him. Nobody want to hear that. Only y'all get to get off with that.
That wasn't their. I did see a clip with her saying like they met at church. He was a popular guy,
and she wasn't interested.
She also thought he wasn't interested because he had all the girls at the church or whatever the case was. She went to LA. He called her. They were trying to link up. Like it wasn't that she knew he was about to be. Well, Kelly has a different opinion of that, but it wasn't that, oh, he's going to the NBA now. Let me go on. She was living her life. It seemed like they dated like a normal couple. You know what I mean?
I think he just became the nigga who she'll be crazy to refuse. But Jazz, let me ask you this question here. How would you feel if your boyfriends told you that they didn't like you at first, that they grew into you, that you grew on them?
They didn't like me at first.
Yeah, you grew on them. Like she ain't look. That wasn't my type, but grew on me. You a feel away, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, and so that's essentially what Aisha basically said, G.
Is that what she's saying though? Yeah. I thought she was saying like, I didn't think I was going to be a wife. It didn't matter if it was a wife to anybody. She was just saying, I wasn't planning wife. I wasn't planning kids. I wasn't planning family. I was planning this. I had no idea. She wasn't saying like I wasn't messing with him, but being on the radar of trying to be his wife, that wasn't her interest. She wasn't trying to be anyone's wife. She was on her independent path.
It sounds like she mad that Steph was a good nigga, bro. Honestly.
No, I think you're misinterpreting that.
Well, there's a bunch of more examples, but this is the icebreaker. So we don't spend a lot of time on the icebreaker, but I do understand what you were saying. Black, you had valid points too. Kels, thank you for your rageous output on the situation. So
I feel like it was outrageous.
Kelly, we twinning.
I know. I like your brain.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
Yours.
Okay, we twinning.
Hey,
Hey, we twinning.
Shut up. Hey, yo, Tukay, I had caught this clip of you on Anton's show the other day, and when I was talking about them bald heads, and you kept calling that man bald head, Dusty, and yours be shining. That shit was so funny. I'm like, not the battle of the bald head.
There's definitely a bald head level, and it's like
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, nigga, I want that marquee bald head, that shit that shine under the light, not the dull shit. But it is what it is.
Guys in the barber like getting a whole done up.
Yeah,
like shave, steam.
Yeah,
and it looks good. I think that's healthy maintenance.
Yeah.
2K, I have to correct you. Davidson is for basketball. They are D1.
Yeah, that D1. That D1.
Yeah, they do. And he balled out when he was at Davidson. He scored like record highs. I have to push back because I'm a coach's daughter.
No. He literally was the only player. Like for what he is, his recruitment was very overwhelming. Like Davidson, I ain't know even. It wasn't until Steph Curry made it. It was a basketball school to go to.
Okay,
that was his only offer.
Okay, we met in the middle there. Okay, cool.
Okay, so let's talk about jobless Jimmy. Now this is more of Kelly Lane, so we really gonna let her take flight with this one. So let's go ahead and let Kels get into her bag.
Okay, guys. So it has come to the news or come forward that Jimmy Kimmel, he's technically not fired. He has been
suspended.
He's suspended.
Indefinitely.
Okay, because I was indefinitely. He is
fired. Fired.
So Kimmel, he had made remarks during a recent monologue about the killing of conservative activist Charlie Kirk. He suggested that many in MAGA land, and this is in quotes, many in MAGA land are working very hard to capitalize on the murder of Charlie Kirk, suggesting that conservatives were trying to distance themselves from the killer to avoid political fallout. These comments drew criticism, including from conservative circles. FCC Chairman Brendan Carr also condemned the remarks as misleading and suggested that ABC could face regulatory consequences, or that ABC affiliates could even have their licenses revoked if the content was found to violate obligations. In response, some large ABC affiliated station groups, notably Nexstar and also Sinclair, decided to pull the show from their stations. Shortly after, ABC announced that it was suspending Jimmy Kimmel Live indefinitely. So I do have a reporter. Now, this reporter is actually on the left. So this is a leftist reporter, Jake Tapper. So we're going to listen to what Jake Tapper has to say about this, and then I'll give you my opinion, and then I'll.
Wait, can we visit what he said first, and then we can get into that?
Oh yeah, he said this is what he was,
MAGA gang desperately trying to characterize this kid who murdered Charlie Kirk as anything other than one of them, and doing everything they can to score political points from it. In between the finger pointing, there was grieving. On Friday, the White House flew the flags at half staff, which got some criticism. But on a human level, you can see how hard the president is taking this.
My condolences on the loss of your friend Charlie Kirk. May I ask, sir, personally, how are you holding up over the last day and a half, sir?
I think very good. And by the way, right there, you see all the trucks? They've just started construction of the new ballroom for the White House, which is something they've been trying to get, as you know, for about 150 years. And it's going to be a beauty.
Yes. He's at the fourth stage of grief, construction. Demolition goes over the...
That was funny, though.
Okay, let me know when I can.
Yeah, you go for it. Go for it. You on?
It's on the. Okay, cool. All right, I see it. Let me expand the view.
How do we make sense of the fact that late night host Jimmy Kimmel indefinitely lost his show because of comments he made Monday night in which he said that the MAGA gang was really trying hard to prove that Charlie Kirk's assassin was not one of theirs so that they could score political points? That's what he said. Well, follow the money. In August, Nexstar, the largest owner of TV stations, local TV stations in the country, announced that they wanted to purchase their rival Tegna for more than $6 billion. Now, in order for that deal to go through, Nexstar would need the approval of the Federal Communications Commission. And in fact, they would need the FCC to lift the cap, a 39% cap that the FCC has, which is a rule that states no company can own enough TV stations to reach more than 39% of the households in the United States. And this deal going through would violate that cap. The current chair of the FCC, Brendan Carr, he earlier this year said that he would be willing to entertain lifting what he called arcane artificial limits on how many TV stations any one company can own. Okay, so that's where we are. Nexstar wanting to get the FCC's approval, the FCC commissioner making it clear that his mind is open. Today, Wednesday, the FCC commissioner goes on a podcast, a MAGA podcaster, and makes it very clear that he did not like the comments that Jimmy Kimmel made on Monday night. He calls Kimmel talentless. And then he says,
so I think, again, Disney needs to see some change here, but the individual licensed stations that are taking their content, it's time for them to step up and say, this garbage, to the extent that that's what comes down the pipe in the future, isn't something that we think serves the needs of our local communities. But this sort of status quo is obviously not acceptable where we are.
You believe that? So he's calling on local TV stations to reject the Jimmy Kimmel show. That was posted on Twitter or X at 1:01 p.m. Wednesday. Within hours, Nexstar makes the announcement that the company's owned and partnered television stations affiliated with ABC will preempt Jimmy Kimmel because they object to recent comments made by Kimmel. And then, shortly after that, ABC television network announced that they were suspending Kimmel's show. And so, while there are no doubt people who are legitimately offended by what Kimmel said, and no doubt tensions are high and feelings are fraught, there is also a lot of money to be made. And there are also a lot of people who want to endear themselves to the FCC commissioner and President Trump.
Okay, so that's the story. Now, this is my opinion, and I'm going to pose a question. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I don't give a flying FUCK about Jimmy Kimmel losing his job. I will care when it's Tamron Hall or Sherry Shepherd. You know what I'm saying? I don't watch Jimmy Kimmel. And unless you watch Jimmy Kimmel, if you don't watch Jimmy Kimmel, this is my opinion to the people that are liberals or that are apolitical. Don't make them have you care about this, because that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to make people care. Oh, this is freedom of speech. Whoop, 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 whoop. At the end of the day, this is rich people business. These rich companies, based off of what Jake Tapper just said, Jimmy Kimmel is an employee of ABC, Disney, whatever. He made remarks that went against the Disney ABC bag, and now he's been suspended indefinitely. If Kellie Corinne says some crazy stuff on my own platform or whatever, and it messes up the bag with DPMO, Black and Tukay have every right to have a meeting and say, "Hey, Kellie, you gotta go.
You fucking fired.
You're suspended." Okay,
get ass out of here.
Okay, and that's how y'all talked about before, people losing their jobs or whatever. We live in a capitalistic society, and what the people that sign the checks, if you're bad for business, you got to go, and that's it, and that's all. I don't really feel like that's our business like that anyway, but whatever. I just think this is a ploy to make people upset and worked up. Because somebody texted me this morning upset about it. I said, "You don't even watch Jimmy Kimmel. What are you talking about?
I
You
love
don't even
Jimmy
watch
Kimmel.
freaking Jimmy Kimmel."
Okay,
Well, then you may care. But nevertheless, my
okay, look at God. But she out of space, y'all. She don't got a good
was
connection.
ABC to the panel, and I'll put it in the chat as well. Oh.
Nah,
Can y'all hear me?
you sound like you talking from outer space. Yeah.
Okay. I'll put it in the chat. My question was ABC suspension of Jimmy Kimmel an overreaction, or was it necessary to step in to maintain broadcasting standards?
All right, Black. Hold on. Can I hear Black opinion on it first? Then we're gonna bounce down to you, Jay.
Absolutely.
Yeah. First of all, just like Tukay said a couple of days ago, freedom of speech. Like I watch Jimmy Kimmel every blue moon, whether y'all believe me or not. Just by this whole thing about him losing his job. Well, with that technically losing his job is absurd. Like this is some hypocritical shit right here. Ever since Charlie Kirk sadly lost his life, and you know, it's just people want to go after comedians and stuff like that. Like, no, it wasn't an issue before. It wasn't an issue before or anything like that. So, from what I'm hearing by a couple of folks during the live, like he's basically standing on it. And somebody else said that ABC, if it was a big issue, why ABC haven't pulled that joke down? So I mean, I totally disagree with it, and you know that's all I got to say about that. Like, no, I really don't like it. Is white folks' business, but at the same time, 2K, you said freedom of speech, and ever since you said that about the chat and all that, I'm standing on it, and I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna type whatever I want to type. It's a freedom of speech is a two-way street.
And may I speak?
Go for it.
Yeah, go ahead, Jay. Go ahead.
And I totally agree, Black. And I think that's the hypocrisy, because everybody else can say whatever. Wasn't there just a newscaster that sat up there and said that we should give homeless people lethal injections and kill them? And then a day later, somebody went and shot up a homeless encampment. But all he had to do was say, you know what, I'm sorry, that wasn't right for me to say. No cancellation, no removal, nothing of the sort. It's not fair. It's only free speech for them. But when we do it, and whether it's literally quoting Charlie Kirk, repeating back what he has said, saying like, oh, well, this is what he stood for, people are losing their livelihoods over this. That is absolutely ridiculous. Y'all wasn't upset when this man Charlie was calling Trayvon Martin a predator. Y'all wasn't upset when Charlie Kirk was saying, oh yeah, you know, women shouldn't have their rights. And actually, if my daughter was raped, I would force her to have that baby. Nobody was up in arms about that shit, because why? Freedom of speech. But now when this motherfucker passes away, who lived his life like spewing hate, like let's call a spade a spade. This, oh, you guys are taking it out of context. So every clip is out of context? What is the context?
It possibly can
honestly, be. The man was a fascist, a racist. It was very unfortunate what happened to him. That's fucked up. But the way he stood on business about what he believed in, you should allow everybody else to stand on the same thing. Jimmy Kimmel didn't say literally anything wrong. He said nothing wrong. He assessed the situation and gave the facts. Because are they not trying to make it seem like that this assassin isn't part of them? No, he's not one of us. But as the story unfolds, he kind of was in alignment, comes from a family of it. But historically speaking, political violence is always incited by white men. So why is everybody acting all fucking confused? It's scary, and I agree somewhat with the it's not our fight, but it is, because if they can literally say, we can say whatever we want, but if you say something and we don't feel good about it, we're going to mess up your life. That is a black problem. That is a white problem. That is everybody in this country problem, because they're letting us know, yeah, this is a dictatorship. You don't have a voice unless you are only speaking things that align with our narrative. And that is a situation, that is a place we should never accept to be in.
And that's why
because when does it end? You know what I mean? All of this, I haven't really said anything out loud outside of like, I don't understand why we should care so much when this man didn't care for anything other or anybody other than a white Christian male, if we're being honest. Like I said, it's unfortunate what happened, but to say that we need to speak highly of this person that spoke poorly on everybody when he was alive, and now people are being honest about that and losing their livelihoods for it, it's not fair. It's blatant hypocrisy. But honestly, that's what this country was built on. It was built on only I can say and do what I want, and I have to control you so you don't try to overthrow what I want you to do. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So I think it's unfair all across the board.
Well, I see. My check. Okay.
Yeah, you good?
Okay, so this is the problem that I was saying. Like when y'all were cheering for the murder, and this was an attack on freedom of speech everywhere. This is what I mean, because this is blowback that came from us. It was tested on us, and we went with it because the ball was in our favor. This is what the Black Lives Matter movement looked like to white people. This is when we was out here and we was slandering white people on every fucking corner just because we was black and we could and we can get away with it. This is what it looks like when that shoe is on the other foot. This is, now white people can say what they want, and if we don't like it, we can get them fired, because you know how the Black Lives Matter was moving. This why I don't like freedom of speech on no end, because it only allows the people, the shadow government, I'm just gonna get into say that for Kels, to let them know, okay, they are acceptable of it when the ball in their favor. So don't be looking crazy when this ball get bounced over into their court. And now we have to ride this storm out, just like the black people had to ride the Black Lives Movement, the Black Lives Matter shit out. This is a direct consequence of us not holding up for everybody freedom versus you getting the right to say what you want to while suppressing their thoughts. This is that.
Well, they never gave us that kind of grace. They never went out their way to uphold our freedoms. They still mad that they ain't got niggas on the plantation.
I'm saying.
So why do we have to, if there are people out here that actually care about our movement, it's not up to us to go and find these people, present yourselves and make yourself known. Now, as far as BLM goes, the movement started with good intentions. How it spiraled out into a whole other thing, that's another story. But
I'm not even talking about when it went down here. I'm talking about the pure council culture that came from it. Say something about black people. They come on. They even called my job a couple times, and I ain't have one. They was no, James. I promise. They was calling my old jobs. If you said anything about black people, let alone black women, these folks will put your information on Twitter, and they say, Twitter, do what you do, and your ass will be jobless before the day out. Jazz, you was here for that, Jazz.
They did it a lot on TikTok. They definitely did it a lot on TikTok. And it was people on the left.
On TikTok. I'm not that active on Twitter. I mean, X or whatever you call it. But I was definitely in the streets during the Black Lives Matter movement.
And this was the other thing. They actually was like, people was losing their accounts on X. Like, that was a huge thing. And the person, that owner was Jack. What's that guy's
Jack,
name?
It was Jack.
Jack Doherty. Jack Doherty.
I
think it was Jack Doherty. Yeah, people that were saying like normal, regular stuff were getting, but the right interpreted as, I don't know. The right, the left didn't like certain things that folks on the right were saying. They were losing their accounts. It was a lot, at that time. Doctors that were speaking out, about this C19. They got their page. They got their pages taken down. There was a lot of censorship going on when the left was in office. But I agree with you. It's freedom of speech should be freedom of speech.
Yes.
Period. And during 2020, I was thrown in Facebook jail so many times during 2020 just for calling out blatant systemic racism.
I live there.
Everything that was going on with police brutality at the time, et cetera, et cetera. Being thrown in a Facebook jail, losing a Twitter account, losing social media access is not the same as affecting someone's job and livelihood. And that's what we're seeing right now. Now, if you're saying that was happening to the same
that absolutely what happened
with these white folks back in
people were losing their jobs.
It was I'm not gonna lie, it was white people
losing their jobs but were they losing their jobs for being blatantly racist?
No, they was losing their jobs for having no opinion. It don't matter if they was being racist or not. They was losing their jobs for having no opinion.
Well, were their opinions now mind you, okay, were their opinions, because what I saw was a lot of conservatives and right-leaning people laying down on the ground with Skittle packets and iced teas mocking the death of Trayvon Martin.
Yeah, that was foul.
That was foul as hell. Now, that's what I'm saying. That's not an opinion. That's just racist. So if somebody is going to your job and saying, yo, this is the type of people that y'all have in here, okay, valid. We're confusing opinions with just blatant racist rhetoric, and nobody should stand for that. I'm not saying that people's lives should be affected, but the hypocrisy is I feel like what we're seeing is we are being honest about a situation, responding factually about a situation, and our livelihoods are being harmed. Back then, they were responding because we were defending ourselves, and they were responding to our movement with blatant racism, and we fought back on
Jazz, I got to be Jazz. I got to be honest. Like I'm pro-black, but I am pro-truth as well. Okay, that wasn't the case. I seen a lot of white people unjustly getting their ass banned just because they had it was like with the same with the LGBT.
Welcome to being black.
No, I get it. Trust me, I get it. But I didn't like it then. I don't like it now. But I'm letting the people know, like, that despite what you say, they got the power to do shit like that because we didn't stand up for freedom of speech then. So because we was the beneficiaries of it then, we was the winners, we was cool with it. So when it happened on our end, we got to sit there in our shit the same way they had to sit there in theirs. That's all I'm saying. I don't agree with the shit at all.
I don't know. I don't think it's a good comparison because the freedom of speech of what? They were still freely speaking. And honestly, a lot of people that were defending BLM and was calling out systemic racism, their livelihoods were being affected too.
I get it.
They were being censored. The truth tellers are always being censored.
The same thing that's happening now was happening on that level. The colors just changed. This is the exact same thing. If you were to switch the names, I promise you, I'm here to witness it.
I don't know, because a white man got shot by a white man.
Right.
And somehow niggas are involved.
And that's the play. That's no.
So it ain't the same thing.
I'm glad you said that. They are purposely. When I say they, I mean the people that rule the world. I mean the globalists. They purposely are trying to bring Black folks in this. They purposely, and what I think is because they want a war. So that's why I said, if you watch Jimmy Kimmel, then and you want to be upset.
Let's be accountable here, okay? All right,
I gotta pick and choose what I'm gonna be upset about, and
hold on, Kel's going in.
Yeah, that's the government shutting up.
Yeah.
That's the government shutting
up. So Kels, let me be totally. Let's be totally accountable, okay? I compared Nipsey Hussle to Charlie Kirk. Now, when Nipsey Hussle, when Nipsey Hussle got killed by another black man, did you then see white people take to Twitter and all these other platforms to express how happy they was that Nipsey Hussle died? Yes or no? Just a yes or no?
No, I didn't.
Okay. So listen, hold on. Listen. So let's be honest. When Charlie Kirk died, black people took to Twitter and to the forefronts to celebrate the death of this dude. We put ourselves in this shit, y'all.
No. See,
no, we didn't. No, we didn't. No, we didn't. No,
because you're saying, when you say we, soon as he died, so black people went to Twitter, was like, yes, he died, or did they somehow get a part of the conversation and they said, well,
They was on TikTok. They was on Twitter.
What you saw was niggas not give a fuck, and y'all confusing that with celebrate. We didn't care.
I'm gonna say this.
We weren't happy about it, and we didn't mourn. Now, if there were ignorant people out here actually making fun, then that's something different. But what I saw was just black people saying, "I'm sorry that happened."
Shit.
Not a good
Hold on. I got you, Jazz. I'm gonna tell you the real. Most black people did not know who Charlie Kirk is.
That's what I'm saying. Like y'all said,
they did not know. Now, yes, 2K. Were there some black people celebrating whoopie?
So were there white people too?
But there was a lot of white people.
There was a lot of white people. It definitely was.
A whole lot.
They was about that action. They went to the visuals, running over the man's lights and this, that, and the third. This is what I'm saying. The people that are in control, they are going to show, they're going to put a spotlight on the black people that were celebrating because it benefits them to have this race war. That's what I'm saying. There's no friggin' way. And I hear what you're saying is black people brought themselves into it. For the most part, we really didn't. We really didn't.
Hold on, Kelly. We got
They didn't because they intentionally spun the narrative to take any accountability off of them.
Okay. Hold on, Jay. We got a caller. We got a caller. Come on, what's up with it, bro?
Yo, what's good with y'all, man?
How
y'all morning going? I'm doing good over here. You feel me? Just listening, y'all. What's good, Black man? Thank you for the membership, bro. You feel me?
Yeah, you
Good morning, Kelly. You feel me? Spitting that hot fire. And Jazz, what's good? How you doing?
Wait, Jazz not spitting hot fire?
Oh, she's spitting hot fire too. You feel me? But
put some respect on
that. Look, y'all spitting hot fire today. But hey, Tukay, I gotta disagree because you said you don't like it at all. I'm gonna be honest. I love it all. Fire all these motherfuckers.
Oh shit!
I want everybody to get fired.
Well,
look it. I learned at a young age, man. Freedom of speech. That shit don't exist. Remember when you was talking as a young kid and your mama or grandma popped you in the mouth because you said something? Learn right then and there. Yeah, I might be able to say some shit, but consequences come behind it.
Yeah.
That's how I look at it. So I don't mind people getting fired on both ends if they saying certain shit on the internet. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, that's the only way that is fair at this point, but that's not freedom of speech. I mean, it's like you kill one of my people and I kill one of yours, but it's still illegal. It's still against the law. That's just the only way it can be fair at this point, but it's still not right.
Nah, I feel you on that. I personally just feel freedom of speech don't really exist. That shit is bullshit.
Don't none of these.
I don't think it does.
I agree.
All right, come on, let me get you out of here because Jazz long-winded. We got to let her talk.
Oh, for sure.
All right, we got 40 seconds.
No, I was just going to say that shit, I kind of lost my train of thought.
You can't turn your mic up, Jazz.
I can hear her good.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
I mean, we can hear you. It's just low a little bit.
Is it low? Okay,
I can hear good. Let me see if I.
But no, I was just gonna say, like, yeah, he's right. Like, your freedom of speech does come with consequence, but like the consequences aren't. They're not fitting like the crime. Jimmy Kimmel didn't say anything crazy for them to have done that to him.
Right.
They just were in their feelings because the mirror was put up, and that's a problem. He didn't disparage Charlie Kirk. He didn't disparage anybody else. He literally was just like, this is happening, and this is happening.
But this is, and I'm not saying you wrong, Jazz. I'm saying his remarks cost this $1 billion industry. It wasn't because these people are about money. They don't care about friggin', and this is my opinion, they don't care about what Jimmy Kimmel said. They trying to close this deal. And they know they can't close this deal if the chairman FCC got a problem with them. So they let him. He was fired over money. You know what I'm saying? That's what the whole thing with Jake Tapper is. And I get what you're saying. You're saying it's wrong. You know that we can. I just know businesses are gonna do and should do what's in. They're going to move in the favor of what's best for their business. They don't care about
that's a problem, though.
That is a problem. This is why I'm a communist. Because business have more rights than a fucking human being. That is a
And you know
problem.
what, 2K?
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
You said something very, I don't know where you was at, but you was talking about how basically everything, like goods, like apartments, home, everything is inflating in price, but you are not increasing people's salaries.
Yeah.
Right. And you expect people to just keep working hard just because they keep raising the price instead of I feel like a good economy, a good country is going to adjust to the market of the civilians so that everything balances out with the mentality of, well, this is a capitalist society, so we just got to keep running on this never-ending hamster wheel because they're just going to keep increasing. They're only doing that to make themselves richer. It's not actually helping its people, and they know that. And this is also a tactic to keep everybody in control. I just recently re-educated myself on Beacon's Rebellion, and that when that happened, it kind of lays out the real foundation on how systemic racism was put into our country when we were just as colonies, and how the elites and the people in power understood that keeping poor people divided is easier for us to control. So now here we are in 2025, people are divided, and it is all a part of a bigger picture for us to control. We cannot stand for this. Do you know what I'm saying? We shouldn't be slaves to capitalism. We shouldn't be afraid of our government. You know what I mean?
Look,
I'm challenging them.
I'm sorry, but we do
challenge them in the way that works out. But go ahead.
I'm sorry. We got to move on to the next topic.
Right.
But just to hit on that point, this is what I was saying. I said it on Anton. I was like, when the people like. I said we need regulation like on shit like rent control, shit that really matter, because they get to keep going up, and then we have to wait 3 years for a pay increase, and then when we get the pay increase because we got extra money, the rent go up again. And that's not fair. You can't tell me that this is about the American citizens when you fucking us over. We have never seen a market go down when the economy recovered. It stay where it's at and only go higher. So how is this about us? But it's time for Black to present his topic of the motherfucking day, and we finna let him get into it right now.
No, start off with the other video I seen. Yeah, right there. Hold on, stay right there. So yesterday we talked about Cardi B announcing that she is quote unquote pregnant by Stephon Diggs.
Oh, shit!
Dun, dun. Yeah, here you go. Here you go. Oh shit. And if you wasn't here to actually hear what she had to say, here's the clip.
My boyfriend, Stephon Diggs. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations. How are you feeling about that? And that this will be baby number 4 for you, Cardi.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I'm actually I'm excited. I'm happy. I feel like I'm in a good space. I feel very strong. I feel very powerful that I'm doing all this work, but I'm doing all this work while I'm creating a baby. Me and my man, we're very supportive of each other. We're like in the same space in our careers. But
no, y'all not.
You know it.
By that, what do you mean by that same space?
The end of the road?
Doing well? What do you mean?
You know what it is? That I feel like we're really great and one of the best at what we do. And me and him think the same way. Like, it's like, yeah, we're one of the greatest, but what's next? What we doing again? We do it again. We have to do it again all the time. It's not like we're never like comfortable. We just want to keep doing it. And that's just how we both are. My boyfriend, Stephon Diggs.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations. How are you feeling about that? And
Okay,
she gonna regret the fuck out them words.
So goddamn 2K.
Oh, go for it, bro.
So after that clip, Offset actually responded it on social media about her comments about them being pregnant. He says, divorce ain't even finalized, and you popping out on another man kid, laughing and clown emoji. Hashtag you in time out. And people in the comments had, mixed opinions. One person said, females in the comments love seeing another baby mama. You wasn't even divorced when you was cheating. She ain't wrong. Hurt that nigga to the core. Finish him. And it's on and on and on again. But my me looking at this and reading this shit, it's like y'all a bunch of hypocrites. Y'all not saying anything about the whole ridicule y'all had with Clarissa Shields dating a married man. Oh, y'all had a lot to say about Clarissa Shields talking to Papoose when he's still married, but y'all are celebrating Cardi B being prego while still being married and pregnant by another guy. I just think that's very hypocritical. But my question to the panel is, and I'm gonna start with Jazz, is do you think Offset is justified for even feeling like this? Oh, and do you think it's just hypocritical for everybody to feel a certain type of way about this situation?
Is he justified? I think he's behaving how he is. He is a reactive person. They bring everything to social media. He gets a kick out of humbling and embarrassing her. He has a right to state his opinion. As far as people being hypocritical, what are you saying? Because they're still legally married and she's already dating. Okay. Well, during their marriage, he never honored their marriage. He never honored their vows. He never respected their marriage. He constantly cheated on her. So, who knows how long in that marriage Cardi B was already checked out. So they've separated. Now I understand it's a weird thing where if you're still legally married and you're separated, now you're dating other people. People move how they move. As long as everybody is honest about that, do what you do. But I feel like Cardi B, she is who she is. She's kind of like ghetto fabulous and like to do hood shit.
She a whore.
And what she's doing is some hood shit. She's like, I'm having a baby with my boyfriend. I don't care. She feels secure in herself to do so. The optics do not look great, but that's her decision. That's her life. I don't really know too much about Stefan Diggs.
What?
Is he like
hoe?
Oh shit!
Is he a hoe?
He everything Offset is, but worse. He everything Offset is, but worse.
So we're just gonna.
He just had a baby this year, if I'm not mistaken.
So that's what I'm saying. She's a hood girl. She's doing hood shit with hoodness. With the same mentality, you know what I'm saying? It seems irresponsible on both of them. You just had a baby, so you got a newborn you need to be taken care of and being, actively involved with. And then Cardi, you can do what you want, but it's like, why choose this moment to get knocked up by a man that just had a newborn? But like I said, I'm not in these people's lives or in their bedrooms. She's gonna have to hold herself accountable, because if what you're saying is true, that this Stefan dude is worse than Offset, we'll see.
10
We'll
times
see how
worse.
this plays out.
They took a poll in the locker room for the team he used to play for, and they was asking all the dudes, who is the one dude in the locker room you wouldn't want to date your sister? And all the men said him, by just him. Like they wasn't two people, it was just him. I
think.
Okay.
I feel you on that, and I think Cardi might be one of those women that like to get those kind of men to think she could try to change them.
Well, why not stay with the one she had and continue to try to change him?
Clearly, it didn't.
But see, it's like that's the nigga though who made you an honest woman. Listen, you was the wife of 3 kids. You are you having a boyfriend, baby. Oh shit! That sound horrible.
I'm just saying.
In your 30s, having a baby by a boyfriend just don't sound right. That's some shit I expect in the 20s.
My whole argument is to this community of women that's celebrating this bullshit. Like y'all, I don't give a damn what Cardi B is. Like I'm expecting exactly how she's acting. I mean, look what she's coming from. She's a hood booger. She is a certified hood booger. My gripe is to these women that's celebrating this bullshit, but on the other cheek want to talk shit to Clarissa Shields. Clarissa Shields ain't did nothing. She ain't never been married. She ain't married. None of that shit.
But Black, when Clarissa was dating Papoose, weren't Papoose and Remy still together?
Yes.
No, wait.
But I'm saying that's the whole thing.
So that's probably why Clarissa gets the heat, because she was actively involved with a man that was still involved with their wife, versus Cardi B moved on.
Well, if it's about disrespecting the marriage, Cardi is still doing that. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Like it don't matter how we want to look at it.
Yeah,
She still, if the vows was between you, him, and God, and you didn't wait till the divorce was final.
What off? Can y'all hear me?
It was still disrespecting the marriage. And don't forget, she was letting this nigga fuck while they was pregnant with his baby.
Yeah, nothing on the kid head.
She was letting Stefan Diggs. Yeah, no lie, Jazz. These are factuals.
Yeah, Kelly brought it to our
she-
attention yesterday.
She had sex with Stefan Diggs when she was pregnant with Offset baby?
Yes.
Yes. Blossom. Yes.
You lying.
No, this shit was all on Twitter.
We do not lie on DPMO.
I told you I don't be on the Twitter like that.
Twitter was that, bro.
and she confirmed it. She said and did.
Well,
She
that's what I'm
confirmed it.
saying, y'all. I didn't say booger, but that's a hood
She's
chick.
ghetto.
She ghetto as hell.
She's ghetto trash.
That's normal for her. Her mentality.
Now, this ain't no lick back here. This overkill. This ain't a lick back.
Murder.
She's just more confident in doing and moving like this because she has success and financial income now. So she's like, I don't care. I can do what I want. But her mentality is still, in the gutter.
I don't think that Offset really cared, because if you listen to Offset on his interviews, he understand who he was in a relationship too. He was like, I get it, y'all. I was 52 and 2. Like, he cheated 52 times and she cheated twice. He knew
That's
that.
what I'm saying. Neither one of them respected marriage. So what they do after that.
But I think our problem is what Black called out, the hypocrisy, because y'all had to smoke for Carissa and Papoose, but congratulated Cardi for doing essentially the same thing.
Well, no, it's not the same thing. I pointed that out.
He was fucking her while she was pregnant with his baby. They was together.
It's technically
That's worse. That's worse.
Technically worse.
Okay, I see what you're saying. I guess for me with the Clarissa Shields thing, because if Cardi B was pregnant, so did they break up while she was pregnant?
Just the fact that you got to make these scenarios is my gripe
It's
to
bad.
these women. Why is you defending the situation?
I'm not defending anything. I'm learning the situation. I didn't know that she was having sex pregnant with somebody else's baby. I didn't know that.
This one I felt.
I can.
This one I
can
felt.
make it clear. Both couples. I'm going to explain it to you. Hold on, Tukay, because I'm going to explain it to her. Remy Ma was married to Papoose. Remy Ma was cheating on Papoose with a guy named Easy the Block Captain, but she was still married. So Remy Ma, even though she was cheating on Papoose, she's doing her thing. They still were married.
Right.
Papoose was in his brain. You was doing you. I'm gonna go ahead and date Clarissa Shields.
Okay.
And people were upset with Clarissa Shields because they're like, hey, he's still married. Whoop-de whoop-de whoop. That's what Black is saying. Now the situation with Cardi B was yes, she still was legally married, just like Remy Ma was legally married to Papoose, and she was dating Stefan Diggs. And it's the same thing. Even though Offset had cheated 1,000,000 times on Cardi B, they still were legally married. She was pregnant. And while she's pregnant with this man's baby, still legally married, she was sleeping with Stefan Diggs, and now she's pregnant with Stefan Diggs' baby. That's why Black is making that correlation.
It sounds like everybody's trifling. Like it sounds.
Yeah.
It sounds
This the most embarrassing part.
both situations.
This the most embarrassing part about it all. When the headlines came out, it said Cardi B pregnant by Stefan Diggs. Well, that's the embarrassing part, because look at how they covered Rihanna pregnancy. Rihanna expecting third child. We not guessing who the fucking baby daddy is. You have to put by Stefan Diggs in your 30s, because there's a question of who this baby could be pregnant by. That's what's embarrassing to Cardi, if you ask me.
She's not embarrassed.
Because
I was just about to say, she don't care.
She was just twerking on a car over the weekend while she was pregnant.
Oh, wait, we got to call
that's
her.
a real story. Yeah.
She's living her life, and I just think we should live and let live. Because who are we to pass judgment?
No, I do think we
gotta
have to
call.
We got to
it
bring.
out.
No, he Spaces got to call back.
Yeah, I think
he
we
ain't
should
gotta call back.
actually call it out, because what they do, Jazz, even though this woman is not Black and she's not Black immigrant, she's neither me or you, she's Hispanic. Like it's just what it is. And I don't care what nobody says. This broad is Hispanic. If you heard the broad, if she was not Cardi B the rapper, and you heard her talking in New York and you looked at her, you would know goddamn well that's not a Black girl. But what they do is they associate, and black women support this black girl. I mean, this Hispanic woman, and now it's black women are ghetto and black women are this, when she's a whole not black immigrant, not black woman, and now we're looking like they want to associate me and you, the nice girl, the non-ghetto broads. They want to have her be the face of us. So we gotta call it out, or at least me.
Well,
That's how
here's the
I
thing.
look at it.
That's not.
I gotta
That's
call
not.
it out to a degree.
No, I hear you on that, and you're right. But that what you just said, that's not our fault. We're not in
It's
control
not
of
our
mass.
fault.
We're
Yeah,
not in
it's not.
control of mass media, and what you're referring to is
And I know who
systemic
is.
racist propaganda. So
Mm-hmm.
I get what you're saying, but it's not our fault that they've capitalized off a certain subset of degenerate groups within our culture to try to paint the picture. That's
I
always been the
agree.
game.
I
That's always
agree.
been the game. So calling Cardi B out and say you shouldn't be doing that. That won't stop that. I think we have to lead better by example and hold ourselves accountable and start having more conversations about the things that are happening in our community like that, so people can know, especially when we have these type of platforms. I think it is our
Can y'all hear
duty
me?
as black.
Okay, my Wi-Fi went out.
Sorry, I think
I hear
it
what
is
you're
our
saying.
duty as black people to, okay, yeah, that's what they want to lean into, but this is what's really going on. That's not the majority. So, but we can't
I
help
hear
that the
you.
images that mass media pushes out.
We can't help that. But what we can do, for me, I can call out that degeneracy because now Sharika in the chat, or Desiree, or maybe some young black girl in the chat saying, okay, I didn't like this crap either. You know what I'm saying? Because what you see is everybody supporting this broad for the most part. So I think it's good when you have black women that's like, nah, no, this ain't it. Exactly, balance. Because if we don't say nothing, they be the face.
So we
And I don't
got
like
10 minutes, and I just wanted to touch on this briefly. We could have did a whole 30 minutes on it, but I did want to address something because we do talk about, black women a lot. And I do want to address something that I figured out yesterday when I was on a podcast with a bunch of black men. So we often speak about how this is the worst batch of women that God has ever created. And I noticed that because we are coming off of the worst batch of men that God has ever created. And it's usually the 50 plus men. I'm telling you, these niggas are terrible, okay? So yesterday I was on a podcast with older men, and me, I was the youngest, and there was another young dude on there, and boy, the disconnect was obvious, and the reasons why was even more obvious. The old heads, they just couldn't stop lying, bro.
Oh shit!
They legit could not stop lying. Like this woman, she asked us a question about marriage. Like, what's the greatest? What did you get from being married? So I went last, and all these niggas went first. So they come on. I'm talking about long-winded, sounded articulate and everything. But what me and the young bull noticed that these niggas didn't answer the question one time. And throughout the show, they struggled to answer questions. All they gave us was a bunch of fluff and no stuff. So me and the young bull, we kind of united up on the panel. Was like, man, y'all niggas have problems with simply, first of all, telling the truth. And when you do give us an answer, it's bullshit. So I want to apologize to the women for the elder group of men right now, because these niggas suck. I suffer from them too. I got a dad in this age group, and it makes sense. That's just who these niggas was. Lying niggas. They lie like politicians. They don't answer questions. These niggas suck. But no worry, we are here to course correct this whole little shit.
Okay, so when you ask them, what do you get out of marriage? That was the question, right?
Yeah, well, she asked them, that was the question. Like, what was the I think she was like, what was the benefit of, like, what was the win in getting married?
Okay.
What was this show? I'm curious.
Can you give? Sorry.
Kelly being messy right now.
No, I'm just curious as
yeah,
the
I'm curious.
I'm just curious as the responses you got that you deem were bullshit.
No,
Can you remember what?
they wasn't answering the question. Like,
Give me an example. What did they respond when she asked, like, what were the benefits of marriage? Lay out a response.
I think the question was, how did life get better after they got married? And the dude, he started to carry on. Like, one dude, he was like, well, his wife make 21 meals a week for their child, and she pick them up, and like, they don't tell you how your life got better because you was married. If she was making 21 meals as a single woman, she can make 21 meals as a married woman. And like, they were just trying to make Jazz, the look of confusion you had on your face is how me and the young dude was looking. These niggas was not answering the question.
Okay, so he said my life got better because my wife cooks us meals,
No.
21 meals a week.
That's me just being able to articulate, and I can't stop doing it.
Response.
Now I don't remember. It was bullshit. It was bullshit. Even the host.
You can't remember what they said, but it was bullshit.
Yes, that's how bullshitty it was. Jazz.
I'm gonna say this for you to bring it up on this show, and you can't give an example. That's not. Yeah, that's
damn.
Like if somebody says to me, because I'm gonna give you an example. Somebody once said to me on the show that Candace Owens was a grifter. Now I could take some things I agree with Candace Owens on when it pertains to black people, the race, I don't agree with her on. But aside from that, would I say this broad is a grifter? I wouldn't say she's a grifter because she was a conservative when it was very, very unpopular. So I said, when the girl said she's a grifter and this, that, and third, I said, give me an example. And she couldn't think of one. I said, hold on. If you gonna make a claim, like if somebody says, oh, Kelly's racist, you got to be able to defend that. So you're saying that these guys was like, you should be able to think of one example today.
A clear example.
That's all.
Okay.
Because you're standing on the fact that it was all bullshit. And
okay.
Like,
which I believe you.
Okay.
Maybe it was bullshit to you, but you.
No. Okay. I'm for to pull some up. And so this is what I'm saying. If I wasn't able to obtain nothing from the motherfucking conversation that we was having,
probably wasn't listening.
I definitely was listening. I was on the podcast for 2 hours and learned nothing from these old niggas. And these are the people who supposed to be giving us guidance.
Okay, so 2K, you're a married man.
Absolutely.
How have you benefited from marriage, or how has your life?
That wasn't the question.
Oh,
that wasn't the question. I ain't finna get into that right now. We ain't got enough. We ain't got enough time.
Wait.
We ain't got no time, Jay.
No, he just pulled it up.
Hold on, we ain't got no time. We ain't got no time. Hold on, let me scan through. Cause see, Jazz will try to set you up for the little trap, and I'll do it for you if we could be here.
And again, respectfully for the umpteenth time, right?
Am I responsible for me at this time? Now I'm responsible.
Without that, I could just imagine what I would have done between 32.
I like Uncle Rick answer the best, man. They ain't making nobody better like that.
Oh, got it.
No. Listen, I don't want to misrepresent by looking for a clip. Hold on, this CJ right here. Hold on, this the dude. CJ, what it do, bro?
What's the deal? Can y'all hear me?
Absolutely.
Yeah, man, them old niggas was saying a bunch of bullshit. What they say? He said how his wife, her raising his kids made him better. Her not bugging him, some bullshit, man. It's hard to remember.
Listen,
why is that bullshit?
No. It wasn't. I'm telling you, we so used to putting shit in context that we making nothing.
How did that make you better? Because she raised it makes the kids better. But how did that make you better?
No, sir. That made him better.
Jazz, it was Jazz. It was bullshit.
I gotta articulate. That argument.
You can't articulate. You can't articulate nothing. I'm telling y'all, we doing the best we can. We learned
they
nothing.
Was speaking womanese. So women know how to articulate that shit. They can make something out of nothing.
Pull up an example of what they was talking about.
I had to find timestamps. I ain't come prepared.
And so far, I haven't heard anything that's bullshit. One man said she made my life easier because she was making all of our meals.
No. That wasn't the question, Jazz. It was how did she make you better as a man?
Listen,
So why is
every man needs something different?
Jazz, hold on.
T.O. was there.
Jazz, do me a favor, and I'm going to explain why do me a favor, don't say anything. Finish in this call, Tukay.
Okay.
Or
Let me get you out of here, CJ.
No. To be fair, it's a fair discussion.
What happened?
This is a
No,
fair discussion.
I said it. The caller can finish with the call. You know what he had to say.
Nah, I got him out of here.
Okay, this is what I'm saying. This is my gripe with you, Tukay. You brought this up on DPMO. You don't have a timestamp. You don't have a. You're not expressing your argument. This is something you brought to this show with absolutely nothing to substantiate your claim. And you're talking about these people and these old men, which I believe you. Maybe they were talking a bunch of bullshit. I trust you. I trust your judgment. But you brought it to the show with absolutely nothing to show us.
Well, I was just talking about the topic in general. I wasn't even gonna reference the show. I was just telling. Listen, it's y'all that's not wanting to believe me.
But I said I believe you.
Okay,
I believe you.
listen. So
you're making a statement. You haven't given me and you saying that they were saying a bunch of bullshit. But you can't.
You fucking right. You know what?
You don't even have the timestamp.
You know right.
That's
Y'all so fucking counterproductive. I just came on this bitch and apologized to women for y'all having to deal with the sorriest group of black niggas ever, and y'all trying to throw fucking kickback and not believe me. Y'all got it.
You were talking.
No, you got it, bitch.
No.
That goes back to what I was saying.
Y'all got it. Y'all going against yourself.
That goes back to what I was saying at the beginning of the show. Y'all come to the prep late. Y'all ain't prepared. Y'all ain't professional.
Bro, I wasn't going. Hold on. Wait. Y'all stepping on me. I was
lazy.
For what it's worth. Hold on. Wait. For what it's worth, I was never going to pull this up. I told y'all didn't believe me.
No, but because you couldn't give a clear example.
Yes.
I gave y'all a clear. I gave.
No, you didn't.
Listen.
I think he said something about making sandwiches.
I wasn't gonna bring it up. I wasn't gonna bring up the clip ever.
Right, but you did, sweetheart. And then you made the claim that everything you heard was bullshit. And I was just wondering what exactly was the bullshit. And you ain't confirmed no bullshit yet. What I heard wasn't bullshit. It sounded like these are all different men and saw the benefits of their wife and how it worked for them.
Yeah,
every man is different.
And I don't understand the correlation. You saying black women, I feel bad for y'all. You were talking about these old men. So what do these old men got to do with these with the
because for the same reason? It's not fair. Hold on, black agreeing with you. You know something wrong. I was telling y'all that I feel sorry for black women and black men too, because these have been our fathers, the sorriest group of niggas ever to be made. That's the sorry. That's the sorry right there. That's the sorry. Y'all don't know how to take a fucking apology. That's the sorry right there. I have just admitted I have been going too hard on the sorriest group of women ever created because they have been dealing or was made by the sorriest group of men ever created. But these group of men, myself and the people around my age, are here to correct that. Thank you very much.
Okay.
You're welcome, Tukay.
I don't see how that was correction.
Listen, but furthermore, I will be breaking this shit down on the next episode so we can go clip by clip, and you can invite Jazz back Monday if you want to. What the fuck these niggas was saying? It was utterly bullshit. It was utterly bullshit.
Do the super chat. So we have super chat.
Okay, let's get into these super chats. All right, let's get into the super chats. Shout out to the work 901. I supposed to be sleep this night shift, but Jazz here, so fuck how I turn out. I work at night. Hey, shout out to you, big dog. Oh shit. Jazz Wiz, man. I guess that's Jazz boyfriend. The video I saw of Jimmy talking about Charlie Kirk was not that bad. He didn't even celebrate Charlie death. This is some bullshit. We should boycott ABC. Look, more freedom of speech, huh? Okay. Clembo, thank you for the $2 super chat. Don't forget, they said her pussy stank. Okay, it didn't say pussy, but fuck it, I'll do the rest. And let's shout out to Sharika Rivera. She said, shout out for the super sticker, G.
Turn up on the super sticker.
We appreciate that $10 super sticker. Those are the super chats. Anything y'all want to get off today? Can you drop Jazz link in the comments so they can follow her? What you got planned on Black White Chaos? Do that.
I'm gonna go live at 8. What? I hate going live when you go live. I'm going live at 7 o'clock, and I'm gonna be talking about this artist David and this 15-year-old girl found in his Tesla impound car. I'm breaking that down. And if y'all interested, come through Black_TV. And I'm gonna break that down today.
Okay.
Get the end
What
of
is
it.
even that?
And he canceled his short tour and shit. Like, some people saying on the internet he didn't do it, but I mean, if 1 + 1 is 2, then hey.
If the dead body is found in your car.
Yeah, his Tesla was impounded.
Yeah, and his mama knew the boyfriend name, but she didn't know who he was, from what I'm understanding.
Then he dropped a song about her on her birthday or something like that.
How old was this nigga?
I think like 20 something. I think he is. I don't know. But the girl's 15.
Throw that nigga to the wolves, man. You know we don't do that child shit.
But hey, innocent until proven guilty.
Jazz, you got something popping off tonight? Anything you got coming up in the future?
Yeah, you know what? I'm still building some content up, but I definitely want to give my thoughts on this whole Charlie Kirk situation and kind of react to that. So be on the lookout for a video coming soon with those reactions. But I have more coming on the way. So if you guys can follow me and support the channel at Jazz Noel 7 on YouTube, that would be really great. Thank you so much. Yeah. And welcome to the Jazz Noel show, because the rabbit got the gun now.
Oh God.
Oh shit. Oh shit. The name is in the title of the video if y'all just want to click it, and the link is right there. So
Kels, what about yourself?
I don't have anything planned today. I may go live on Friday with Dana with the Data. We shall see. But right now, I don't have anything
what's
lined
that?
up.
Can you send me that? Dana with the Data?
Yes, I actually think you will like her. I'll send you her.
Sounds like
because we talked about Charlie Kirk's comments. So I'm gonna send it to you right now.
Okay, cool.
And shout out to all the members of the DPMO family. Appreciate y'all. And we got special videos to watch on the channel. Just go to the DPMO homepage and just go to the membership tab, and bam, there you go. Some of our most iconic videos are for members only. So
already, y'all can catch me on Kick today at 6, probably 6 album. I don't know. I'm awake. Yeah, I'll be on for hours at a time. So I see you over there. But other than that, y'all,
I'm also over there on Kick too. I'm on Kick.
Yeah, follow Black on Kick too, y'all. But just like that, y'all, it's time for us to get on up out of here and start our productive evenings. I'll talk to y'all later. We out. Oh no. Press the button. Give me rest. Give me the rest, people.
Okay. Then that's
This is Steve Harvey, and you're now watching the Don't Piss Me Off morning show.
Quite frankly, this is the best morning show I have ever heard. Let's make YouTube great again.